Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? We're going to do another whip and chat here with The Colors of Life by Chuck Pinson. 80 centimeters by 60 centimeters, or 31.5 inches by 23.6 inches. It's a square drill. 52 colors, including 1AB, which stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're an iridescent coated type of drill that sparkles a little brighter than that of regular drills. This is a Dreamer Designs version, which is pretty old, but it's no longer available via Dreamer Designs, so check out the Diamond Art Club website or app for a similar rendition of this canvas. Alright, so we'll just hang out for a bit. 3852, capital T. Oh yeah, here's the 3852. Okay, happy Canada Day if you're watching in Canada, or just in general, I guess, but yeah, it's just been a chill day here, nothing fantastic going on. Yeah, just slept in a bit, but other than that, oh, it's a day off in the middle of the week. I normally have Wednesday, Thursday off, and if I'm working weekends, bi-weekly for my full-time 12-hour shifts. So, it's just a day off for me, but okay. Okay, capital T, right? Okay. You may hear equipment in the background, like saws and that kind of thing. Dad's working in the shop downstairs, the woodworking shop downstairs. So just may get some woodworking ASMR. So, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a little toasty outside, eh? So it's kind of like 30 degrees Celsius outside. So, okay, put a T there, I believe, or a drill there. Yeah, I was doing the cat litter and, yeah, taking the stuff out, and, yeah, kind of got slapped in the face with, like, a kind of humid heat. Like, glasses fogged up for a couple of seconds there. Yeah, going from air conditioning to heat. Yeah, there's going to be a temperature change on the lenses of the glasses, that's for sure. Nothing really planned for today. We're having hamburgers later, like Dad's barbecuing later for supper. We're pretty low-key around here. Dad would have been at work today, but Canada Day, so he had today off, obviously. I think a lot of employers just do the day of. But yeah, I've heard an instance where somebody had yesterday off and is working today, so yeah, holidays mess like the whole week up if it's like a day, especially in the middle of the week. It's just like, what? Yeah, that's me bumping the phone there. As usual, that happens like once or twice in a whip and chat of mine. Adds character. Sticking to the cover sheet. Like, no safe places at this. Tuck under or something. Here. Let's do that. There we go. I didn't think of that sooner. Tuck the cover sheet under the canvas. Yeah, I'm just pulling the cover sheet back this entire time. Oh, derp. Arm just like always wants to stick to that cover sheet. Oh, it's under the canvas now, huh? Oh, gosh. Joking, right? Nope. Oh, silly fish. Okay. Alright. I'm like at the top section of the canvas, and the canvas is already clipped and on an angle on this drafting table. In order for it to, oh, it's partially off the table on the bottom here, just for me to be able to reach up here. Oh, just diamond painting dilemmas just never ends. Oh, squizzy. Sorry. It's just gonna be a really shaky whip and jet. Sneaking my arm underneath the camera bracket here. Phone camera bracket. Oh, as long as I'm recording. Yeah. Yep. It's double checking now that I said that. I don't know, just really chill channel here on YouTube. And just record when I can. Nice if I was a little more consistent, but yeah. I live stream on Twitch too when I have a couple hour window. Nice and cool down in my bedroom in the basement there. So it is kind of nice. But yeah, the games I'm playing live streaming now on Twitch are fairly story heavy or content heavy games. Grand Theft Auto 5 is doing the main story. I had never made my way through it. Tales of Arise, that's a 70, 80 plus hour game. It's pretty story laden. Tetris Effect is like the only like laid back kind of game. And Silent Hill 2 Remake is keeps you on your toes. Has a bit of a narrative, but not. I just go around in circles and stuff, and I die repetitively. But yeah, I'm not the best at Silent Hill, but I've just been fascinated by that franchise. Just the atmosphere and stuff. The music to an extent. The characters, I guess. But mostly the setting. An abandoned, like, town that has, like, a very dark, demonic influence, maybe. Or it's a reflection of the main character's state of mind, maybe. Yeah, I don't know the complete psychology of Silent Hill 2, but yeah, just meandering my way through it. Just fascinating exploring and discovering things. Oops. There we go. Yeah, this section of the canvas is just overhead tree leaf foliage. Yeah, and the start of the open sky segment. Just at the top of the canvas here. yeah, try to give a reference point of where I am on the canvas. To like relocate where my arm is. The chair. Jeez, really jittery whip and chat today. Okay. Constantly relocate here. Try not to block the canvas completely, but there have been segments where, yeah, my hand has taken focus. It appears to be the nature of diamond painting if you're filming it. See a lot of somebody's hand. Yeah, I don't think we're getting mail today, so because of Canada Day. So we've just been getting like flyers lately for mail. It hasn't really been too worthwhile on my part crossing the highway to look in our mailbox. But guess my dad got more interesting stuff yesterday. Every once in a while we get interesting stuff. But yesterday wasn't it. Or previously it has not been that kind of look. What the heck is my phone going on for? Constantly. What the heck? I'll play tomorrow. Jeez, people just are not patient at all. I want to reply 2 seconds after I sent you a text. Like, I was waking up and having breakfast and stuff. I want an answer. No. Answer when I have the opportunity to. There, I just spent like a minute answering that. Tisky Tisk. We're just a right meow kind of culture now. Have to have an answer like right now. Very second, like 2 milliseconds ago. Jeez. But he's in a hurry. I didn't get the memo that the world was ending spontaneously, going into the sun or something. Like, what the heck? Everybody's so rammy. Or streets or roadways coming into towns and stuff up here in Canada and Ontario, where you have to go down to 40 kilometers per hour in residential areas. I instantly understand why, but they're like pedestrians or people trying to cross the street. You do the look the both ways thing, and traffic is theoretically supposed to yield to let people cross if necessary, or they wait, but yeah. I know there were signs posted ongoing, slowing down to 40 kilometers per hour for this like short stretch of road. Pretty annoying, but there are times where I haven't gone 40, I've gone above. It's just how much you're tramping down on the gas pedal in order to be able to move forward while driving. It's like times where I've managed to go 40 and somebody's on my bumper. Like, and you just get that feeling of impatience. That feeling of tedium. Somebody's in a hurry for some reason. They have to get their errands done before you do, or have to be somewhere before you. It's like, leave a little earlier? I don't know. Just going the speed limit, because getting a speeding ticket in like a neighborhood where you're supposed to be going 40 kilometers an hour is just kind of a little stupid. It's just a little too expensive, as you can get fined double, whatever the heck that is, and they want it within a certain time period. A time when you probably don't have the funds. So stupid. One time I got a letter in the mail stating that I was parked illegally somewhere in Toronto, and I hadn't been to Toronto in like 5-6 years. It's like, what the heck am I doing in Toronto for parking illegally or something? I kind of was like, I was not in Toronto. This is kind of stupid. Why do I have this? Probably somebody wrote the wrong license plate number down or something, and I'm trying to get fined when I wasn't even there in the first place. It's kind of, that was a while ago, but it's just like, what the heck? I'm sure quite a few residents in Toronto maybe don't have cars. That's probably a pretty plausible theory, but yeah, don't go to Toronto Canada, Ontario, Canada on a whim. That's a metropolis right there. I go to London, Ontario, which is probably like 45 minutes away from me, on a rare occasion. That's a fairly big city, but not to the extent of Toronto. I think Toronto would eat London, Ontario a couple times over. Alive. A couple times over. I think Toronto's just getting bigger. And Toronto's a hub for multiculturalism. Many different immigrants and cross section of individuals live in Toronto, which isn't a bad thing at all. Up here in Canada, we embrace multiculturalism that I've heard about. I don't know what's wrong with somebody who wants a better life in a different country that is probably a little more peaceful than where they had been. Whether it's like conflict or just living conditions, there are probably various reasons for people to immigrate to Canada or come live in Canada. So it's not a bad thing. Why am I getting texted all of a sudden? This is so annoying. Oh, it's a notification. Come party with a streamer. No, I'm recording a YouTube whip and jet. Come watch the stream on Twitch. No. Follow that person, but like, can't be on Twitch constantly, like just sitting there watching it. Try to do other things. I know. So, as I was kind of saying, Canada embraces diversity, to my knowledge, that I've heard about. So, it's not a bad thing to have diverse races or ethnicities of individuals in the country. It's different perspective, culture, traditions. We're on the same planet as one another, so what is the big fuss? Like, why is there such active division or judgment of individuals or their language? Or yeah, it's pretty natural to speak English or French here in Canada. These are the main languages. Probably the most prominent languages, but I have heard other languages spoken through like phone conversations and stuff. I don't understand what's going on, but people have that freedom to speak their own language and live here in Canada, to have citizenship. So I don't know if people immigrating here believe it's better for themselves. Yeah, go for it. welcome to Canada. Like, there was like world peace. They could just stay where they are and be like comfortable where they are, but I don't know everybody's circumstances for coming to or leaving said country, either where they came from or where they want to go. So, tons of different theories or reasons for somebody to come to Canada or leave Canada. I'm sure the US is pretty similar. But from what I've heard from the news, it's a little rickety for certain individuals from certain countries to immigrate pretty easily. I don't know, I've heard spurts of that, immigration issues to the US, but I don't know. I think the US has multicultural workforce, and threatening to boot people out of the country that have lived there for years are probably citizens of the States. That just doesn't sit right. Like, why are you interrupting the economy and stuff all of a sudden? Like, what are these people doing wrong? They're just living in the US and they probably have proper documents. There are probably some exceptions to some people, probably refugees or something, that have ended up in the States. It's a complex issue, but just really nitpicky trying to kick people out of the country where they've lived for probably decades and have like families here and all that, multi-generational family. It's like, oh, we're going to kick you out of the country now just because of who you are. It's like, you kind of need a workforce to keep the economy going, and kind of need a continued population growth to sustain the country, so that, yeah, the country keeps functioning, or that part of the world, wherever you're, kind of need population growth. That was kind of like lowered over the years. It's expensive to have children now, or just people aren't interested in having children. I don't know if expense is part of it, but I don't know. It's just a multifaceted issue. This whole immigration thing that just keeps getting harped upon. It's a serious issue, but just kind of glossed over as an afterthought sometimes. It gets mentioned all the time, but I don't know if anything's really like budged change-wise down there in the U.S. I just hear the word immigration every once in a while in the news for down there. Yeah, we watch MS Now, basically, to get kind of the U.S. version of news. We get Canadian news too, but just in a different format. I don't know, it used to be MSNBC or something before an ownership change or something. I don't know, it's weird. But we watch MSN now. But anyway, been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I just mention that this is no longer available through Dreamer Designs, basically. So hopefully your crafting and other endeavors are going well, and take care, all the best, and I will see you sometime again soon. Bye.